Purdue and Minnesota. We've got Minnesota 8-point home favorites, 51 the total. Obviously, Minnesota's in a bounce back spot. They got absolutely ambushed, shellacked, crushed, annihilated, whatever words you want to use, against Ohio State. I'm stubborn with Purdue. Every week I see Purdue catching points. I want to take them. But I'm seeing their defense get worse by the week. I mean, it's pretty bad still. And Barry Odom's I like Barry Odom. You're seeing, the efforts there. They're competing. These kids are playing hard. They're just not very good on defense. They're really not good at all on defense. We've seen it the last few weeks. 33 allowed to USC, 56 to Notre Dame, 43 to Illinois. And their offense is I don't mind Ryan Brown. He's throwing for 300 yards. They're throwing the ball. Now they're struggling to run it, but they are definitely able to throw the football. But they just can't overcome the defense, because it seems like every single time, the offense scores, the defense just gives it right back, Purdue, and that's the way it's been. So that's the concern. But I'm still leaning Purdue at +8 here. Say this for Purdue's defense, for as bad as it's been. USC, pretty good offense. Notre Dame, excellent offense. Illinois, especially, it can be a pretty good offense. Minnesota's not that. Drake Lindsay and Minnesota are not nearly as good on offense as those teams that Purdue has played recently, as of late. So I still lean Purdue a little bit here in this spot. And let's not forget, as far as recent head-to-head series, let's go back to 2019, shall we? The last 5 meetings, Minnesota 3-2 straight up and against the spread. But look at the margins of victory for these Minnesota wins: 7, 3, and 7. They haven't beaten Purdue by more than a touchdown since 2018. And then the last 2 years, it's been Purdue, Minnesota. Purdue's won outright as underdogs versus Minnesota. So I'll take Purdue here, plus the points, and probably split it between the +8 and the team total over. I'm going to start to do that with Purdue because I trust their offense more than their defense. So, but I do think they can hang in this game. I don't love what I'm seeing from Minnesota on offense. It's very janky. It's very inconsistent, up and down, erratic. Their offensive production so far this year. Darius Taylor's often been banged up here in the early part of the year as well. Yeah, I know it's a pretty shaky Purdue defense, but Purdue's actually been better against the run than they've been against the pass. And I don't know if we're at the point yet with Drake Lindsay for Minnesota at quarterback that he's able to, carry the team with his arm necessarily here. And if anything, as bad as Purdue's defense has been, they're battle tested because they faced 3 really good offenses in a row. So I'm going to lean Purdue here, +8, split with the team total over. CMAC, what do you think here? Purdue, Minnesota.
Yeah, Oklahoma's quarterback's Hawkins Jr. You said it. You know what I think in this game? Yeah, with Minnesota, we see these numbers, them laying it. They just can't do it. Even Rutgers, right? In that game, what were they laying? 6.5. Hold on.
Yeah, you're talking about Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota.
They were laying 4 by the end. Yeah, I think it opened 6. No. They didn't cover. We talk about that. They're just a team that you don't want to lay numbers with.
0-3 against the spread versus FBS opponents this year, Minnesota. 0-3 ATS as favorites against FBS opponents. They didn't cover against Buffalo at home. They didn't cover against Cal. They lost outright, and they didn't cover against Rutgers.
There's the punch, I think, in this game. Purdue can cover. I think this game could get over. And I think if you do want Minnesota, take their team total over. It should be right below 30, I'm thinking, 29.5. I have to double check that. It seems like they could still get that being here at home in that offense. Like they got 31 against Rutgers. And we just saw them just get shut down. Of course, we talked about Ohio State, how good that defense is. So, yeah, I agree. If you like Minnesota, you think they could get to 30. But I don't know if you want to lay 7.5. Purdue, the turnovers, too. Don't turn the ball over.
That's been an issue.
Man, interceptions and fumbles just plague this team. It's
a shame because they've moved.
And the defense is not good.
Turnovers.
Yeah, the offense. Yeah. Offense has moved it. The defense still, it needs some help for sure.